if Tottenham played the way that they played against Chelsea, I do feel they will beat Inter Milan. Give Icardi a real good sniff.
Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H.
Boom. Huge. Massive. Let's pull up and see what goes on. So, Tottenham up against Inter Milan. Barcelona, let's just say that they're pretty much already qualified and going through 10 points. But the real thing now is Inter on 7, Tottenham on 4. Tottenham have to win this game. If you're 11 on points, do you do head-to-head or is it goal difference? Because if Tottenham were to draw, the game, Inter would be on 8 points, Tottenham on 5. And if, let's just paint a picture. 8 points, Tottenham 5, if it's a draw. Tottenham beats Barcelona. I know it's crazy. They go on 8 points. Inter Milan draw. Oh no, sorry, Inter Milan lose to PSV, 8 points. So if they do head-to-head, Inter Milan go through. If it's goal difference, then maybe Tottenham have a shot. Maybe. But that means they'd have to beat those dudes by like freaking 2, 3. I mean, yeah. So that just paints a perfect picture. But if Tottenham draw, they're out because Tottenham are not beating Barcelona. At the new camp, they're not. Even if Barcelona would have already qualified, I don't think that Barcelona are just going to just roll over and just get beat by Tottenham at the camp. So that's very unlikely. So for Tottenham to have any chance of going through, and this is any chance whatsoever, they have to beat Inter. Inter Milan are in an amazing position. They're in an absolute amazing position. They know that a draw can be pretty much good enough for them to go through. Because they're not, if they draw this, all they'll need is a point against PSV. That's it. All they need is a point against PSV, and then they would definitely mathematically be through. So Inter are in a very good position because Inter can still. See now, Inter is still in a strong position because even if they lose the game, that means Tottenham and them will be on level points. And the fact of the matter is that they still need to do stuff against PSV. But I just think that Tottenham against Barcelona, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. So there are many people. But again, guys, please tell me below. Do they do things by head-to-head or by goal difference if guys are level on points? But let's just address the game right now. I think for Tottenham, they have to be buoyed and really motivated by what they were able to do against Chelsea. And I think that they have to carry that forward. I think if Tottenham played the way that they played against Chelsea, I do feel they will beat Inter Milan. Because I just think that against Inter, maybe you can see it was away from in the San Siro, it was a slower game that they played. They were not really playing with that same kind of intensity, excitement with the running and so forth. Inter are a much more defensive side, so I don't think Spalletti will give that much space to Tottenham that Chelsea did, because Inter don't have a mobile Jorginho at the DM. Inter Milan, they don't have a David Luiz in central defense. They're a much more tactical, defensively sound team. Tottenham will have opportunities, they'll have chances, but Inter Milan are better defensively than Chelsea were. But I think for Tottenham, I would go with the same lineup that they did against Chelsea. I do think that, the combination of Son, Ali, and Kane, I think will be a problem for them. And I think the advice that Pochettino has to give to them boys is like, move that ball quick. Move the ball quick, press high up, try and get the early goal. Try and win the ball high up. Try and harass them. Because again, you're dealing with a team who don't know how to keep the ball well. They're not technically proficient. So I think if Tottenham press them, harass them, get physical with them, I think they can do something real good. With regards to Inter Milan, I think Spalletti, I feel he's going to go for the draw, because I think that is the safest way to go through. But I do feel Spalletti will tell it in his button. I think this is good advice, that keep it structured. Don't concede early. Keep yourselves in the game. And let's try and work some set pieces. Let's try and see what opportunities we can get, and that has been their mantra. Give Icardi a real good sniff. Give Icardi a real good sniff. I'll repeat my mantra again. Kandreva shouldn't be anywhere near that pitch. And I just do feel that's why Perisic is going to be key. Because I do feel like if Inter can get an out ball to Perisic, and Perisic can just take his time, compose himself, and puts his left foot through into a nice little ball into Icardi, because Icardi is a sharpshooter. Icardi is a sharpshooter. And now for Tottenham against Chelsea, they were not playing against a striker. So Tottenham were not playing against a striker. You're playing against one of the best strikers in Europe. Okay, this guy is a flipping sharpshooter. It's going to be huge. So I think, for Kane, so now Kane, these are the games I need you for. I know you've proved many times, but again, you need to prove it again because your team needs you, because this is a must-win for Tottenham. A draw is not a good look. A draw is not a good look, because a draw means they have to then beat Barcelona, which is a tough task. Because even if they were to even win this, they have to hope that the Inter and that PSG can do something, because again, if they win this, that means they'd have to get maybe a point or even more against Barcelona, depending on how results go with Inter and PSG. So it's a difficult situation to be in, but I think you have to just deal with what is now. Forget about Barcelona. They just have to focus and they have to win this. Winning this puts them in the best possible situation to go through, because if they win this, then you can then deal with, okay, let's just see what we can do against us. Barcelona are beatable. If Betis can do it, they can put focus on this. They need to try and find a way to win this. But I think for Inter Milan, they're going to go for the draw, but I think a win is possible. I think a win is possible for Inter Milan, because if they can give a good ball to Icardi, they can slow the game down. The key thing, slow the game down, tactical fouls, make it ugly, get Tottenham out of their rhythm. Do not get Tottenham excited when they move the ball around. Force them to just slow the game down, make the game very ugly and very disjointed, and just try and get stops and just get balls into Icardi. I think Inter Milan can maybe sneak away with a victory, but should be a very, very fun game to watch. Thanks for watching the video. Now think about becoming a Football Hot patron by pledging an amount each month, and then gain access to exclusive content only on the Football Hot patron page. Peace. Head over to the official site at halffootballhot.com or just click over here.